Hey guys, it's the Briz, back again with some more thoughts on another video game. Not just another video game for the Nintendo Switch. And not just another video game for the Nintendo Switch, but yet another strategy RPG for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, you know how I love them tactical RPGs. This time I'm talking about a game more current in the gaming landscape, and that is Triangle Strategy. Now, with a title like that, someone not in the know may assume this is some sort of geometric puzzle game. But we JRPG nerds know that this is the newest offering from Square Enix by the team who made Octopath Traveler. I personally have had this game on my radar for a while, and recently played the new Prologue demo offer on the eShop. What did I think? Well, let's find out, shall we? So let's start with a basic explanation of what the game is. It's a grid-based tactical RPG along the lines of Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Ogre, and to a certain extent the Fire Emblem series we just talked about, friends. The gameplay is fairly standard tactical RPG fare, which is not a bad thing, but there aren't a lot of crazy risks taken here either. What is here is solid, strategic, and fun. Nothing in the demo was super challenging, but also not a complete cakewalk either, so the balance seems pretty good. A couple observations. First, characters adjacent can join in on attacks if they're also facing an enemy. This is something that's been done in numerous games like this. Games like Disgaea come to mind. Anyway, yeah, so this adds another layer of strategy, which is nice. Another interesting feature is the lack of magic points. All attacks are based on what is called tactical points. Units gain one tactical point per turn, sort of similar to the points gained in each turn in Octopath Traveler. Special attacks and magic all seem to use at least two, so the importance of conserving these and knowing when to use them seems like it will definitely be a big part of the strategy in the game. It remains to be seen whether units will gain more than the 3 that they are allotted in the demo, but if I had to guess, I would think so. Another interesting feature is the way battle achievements are used as a sort of currency in game. This is quite a unique idea. So for instance, every time you use high ground to your advantage, you get a bonus currency for doing so. Cool! So yeah, a few little quirks, I might be forgetting some, but ultimately just some solid grid-based tactical combat. Let's talk about some other things I really dig about this game. First off, I really dig the setting and design. The sprite work is excellent and very reminiscent of Octopath. Certainly not a bad thing in my book. I also love the medieval European-esque feel. This is your classic swords and lords affair and I just love it. Not to mention the script is fantastic. Seriously, this is a very, very good script, and the localization team has done a great job. In fact, I would say the writing and the setup of the story was my favorite thing about the demo. The characters are charming, and I was starting to get really invested by the time the demo ended. More than I expected to. This is definitely a good thing, and I can't wait for more. The game takes place on a continent of 3 major powers, each who control a vital resource. The countries have a history of conflict but are in the middle of a period of peace. A joint mining venture among the 3 meant to strengthen this harmony serves as the backdrop of the story, but dark clouds are on the horizon. Definitely a very interesting and promising premise. I can't wait to see where it goes. What makes this setup even more promising is the fact that the choices that you make for your main character, Serenoa, affect the direction of the story. This works in 2 separate ways. From time to time, you are given a dialogue choice. Depending on how you answer, it will say Serenoa's convictions have strengthened. So far, it looks like this mechanic is hidden and will affect things behind the scenes. The other more obvious moments where the story splits is where you and your party will vote to choose a direction. You have the ability to try and persuade them, but it seems some members are easier to sway than others. For instance, right before the end of the demo, you have to choose between 2 other countries to visit. I chose to visit the holy city of Hyzant, but could have chosen to visit the city of Asfrost. The choice alone was mine. This is apparently one of the big forks in the story. Super cool. I love seeing this level of influence and choice you have over the story, and I have high hopes for it, especially due to the level at which this feature is being advertised in the advertisements. So what else do I love? The graphics, like I said, are great. I love this HD 2D style. After years of sort of floundering along with the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy and the like, it appears Square Enix has found its footing again as one of the most influential developers, and the use of this graphical style has definitely helped. They just announced a Live A Live remake using HD 2D, as well as Dragon Quest III remake using the style as well. I welcome all of it, friends. The character models in this game look great. I'm a real sucker for super deformed sprites, and I especially love that there are segments in which you can walk around and explore towns, talk to people, and find items. Not many tactical RPGs do this, which is a shame. Likewise, the music is great too. The recording quality is excellent, and I can't tell if it's a real orchestra, but it sounds like it. It's very orchestral and bombastic. It's beautiful. I love it. The voice acting also appears to be very solid as well. Everything on the audio front sounds great. Now, some areas of concern. First off, where are the monsters? I need monsters, bro. Let me kill some vicious beasts. As mentioned in my Fire Emblem video, I like games with monsters and grotesque baddies. The more grotesque, the better. The demo only features other human opponents, and the world seems very much based on a more realistic take on fantasy. Granted, there is magic, so we know the supernatural exists in this world, so let's hope we get to kill some ghouls and goblins along the way. Will I still enjoy it without that? Yeah, probably. I already am invested. But according to the Briz laws of gaming, it cannot be one of the great games without some memorable monsters to bat. These, my friends, are the rules. Another small gripe. The demo is very story heavy. Not necessarily a bad thing considering how well the dialogue is written, but there are only a handful of battles. I really want to dig into some more fighting, so let's hope the final release has a better balance between gameplay and story. And also maybe have a few questions about progression and the growth of your characters. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of experimentation with roles and character classes in the demo, so there may not be much freedom in how your characters are built. There is a progression system displayed a bit, but it remains to be seen how much freedom will be given and how your characters grow and expand outside of their predetermined classes. I'm sure I'm forgetting some things and there's a lot more I could babble about, but overall I'm really excited about this game. This has been on my radar for a while. Playing the demo only made me want the game more. For sure, day one purchase. And as soon as I finish it, you can bet your bottom dollar there will be a Briz review. Let's hope it turns out to be one of the greats.